wants to take your lordship to a judgment where the bench and the full court has been considered by this honorable court. PLD 2022 Supreme Court, page 306 at page 334.
Citation repeat करें.
My lord, PLD 2022 Supreme Court 306. And my lord, Mr. Justice Muhammad Ali Mazhar is also member of this bench. It is suo motu 4 of 2021.
And you are referring page 334?
334, ji, my lord. Para 33, my lord. May I?
What is the point you wanted?
Sir, I'd say what is the difference between a bench and a full court? Because yesterday the Attorney General mentioned that sometimes it is used a full court bench. Yes, it has been mentioned in certain judgment, but there were single Chief Justice's orders in mention. But my humble submission is, this judgment says that what is the difference between the benches, because the admission committees, in both committees, have been given administrative powers to constitute the benches, sir. And that is my humble submission. Before saying that the committees, who is, then I'll come to that, who is competent if the full court, can a full court sit now or never? जी
यही कल आपसे पूछा था ना, now powers is with the Chief Justice to constitute.
जी मैं उस पे आऊंगा सर, अगर मैं इसके बाद
suo motu केस से रिलेटेड है ये.
जी suo motu.
You can take the
suo motu, जी हाँ. नहीं, लेकिन इसके अंदर डिफाइंड है कि फुल कोर्ट क्या चीज होती है. मैं for that purpose सर, बिल्कुल आप सही.
Then we should stop saying full bench.
जी full court.
फुल कोर्ट कहना होगा, फुल बेंच नहीं.
जी लार्जर बेंच तो हो सकती है. माय लॉर्ड, आपकी जो कमेटी है, द कमिटी माय लॉर्ड headed by your lordship, the constitutional benches committee can form a larger bench. It can form a larger bench of 15 judges, because judicial commission has appointed 15 of your lordships as member of the constitutional bench. But you cannot, my lord, cannot include other judges in that committee. Whereas the other committee, when they sit, for like regular cases, when I'll cite that cases, can include all of your lordships in the regular benches, which my lords are sitting in the regular benches as well. Yes. So here, my lord, what is the difference between a bench and when you refer to a full court? In order to consider, may I?
Page बताए.
In order to consider whether bench of the court.
एक मिनट.
Sorry.
Page
334 para 30.
जी ये है 334 page, my lord, para 33. In order to consider whether bench of the court, when acting judicially, as such can invoke the suo motu, we need to consider the constitution of benches and the allocation of work whereby the benches exercise the jurisdiction of the court. This is indeed the fourth element which was alluded in para 14 above, which serves as the link of bridge between the second, third categories of the tripartite formulation. For as is well known, in the ordinary course, this court does not sit en banc. En banc does not, as does e.g. the US Supreme Court, but in benches. Kindly see, en banc, when the court sits en banc, that's word for it, full court, but sits in benches. And the benches do not and cannot self-constitute, or once constituted self-propagate or self-perpetuate. Rather, it is settled law that it is the Chief Justice alone who is the master of the roster and who from time to time constitute benches for the exercise of the various jurisdiction of the court. This applies, to take the language of Order 11 of the 1980 rules, to every cause appeal of matter to be heard and disposed of by the court. Now the benches constituted by the Chief Justice are each of them the court when they are so exercising the various jurisdictions that inhere in the court. However, even here, there are limitation and qualification. Most important of the present purpose is the bench cannot self-select the causes, appeals, and matters that are to be taken up and decided by it. It cannot pick and choose whichever case it wants to from those on the docket. That too ultimately is within the power of the Chief Justice. Some kindly, then they discuss what kind of case है. So here the court says that benches में बैठते हैं, but en banc भी बैठ सकते हैं. Like the US Supreme Court says en banc, all knock and all judges, honorable judges बैठते हैं bench में. So there is आप benches. And this is what my humble submission was. When your lordship, the committees, your lordship has the jurisdiction to make benches, sir. Benches of Mufti, like for example, the regular bench cannot make the constitution, cannot make the benches for here the constitutional matters as per the Practice and Procedure Act as amended, which I showed to your lordship yesterday, sir. Then, my lord, may I now take to some, as my lord had pointed out, the post 191A inclusion in the constitution, which is subject to our challenge in the main petition, sir. three judgments I would like to refer of your lordships present, in which most of your lordships were present. And in one judgment, and my lord, Mr. Justice Muhammad Ali Mazhar, who wrote the additional note in the Diwan Motors case, and that is PLD 2025, Supreme Court, June part, Supreme Court 394, sir. Nazar Abbas ko bhi de do. Allah, the judgment starts at 398. My lord, Mr. Justice Aminuddin Khan had written the order. Kindly see, may I read from the judgment of my lord, Mr. Justice Aminuddin Khan at paragraph 1. If my lord allows me to read parenthesis A. Accordingly, ये इसमें जहाँ से है 10th 11th line, accordingly जहाँ से है sir. ये था कि whether the bench, the case had been wrongly fixed before.
Page बता दीजिए.
जी हाँ, page है 398. It starts at 394, the judgment, and I'm referring to my lord the page 398, where it starts with the word accordingly. Accordingly, the above noted orders passed by the regular bench and CPLs are known as the committees constituted under Article 199A4 of the Constitution and under Section 2(1) of the Supreme Court Practice and Procedure Act of 2023 are the legal and constitutional fora to determine which bench shall hear what matters. The exercise of powers and performance legal and constitutional functions of both committees do not impinge upon the judicial functions of any bench. During the proceeding, फिर ये आपका आ गया सर, ये आपने उसमें कहा कि वो non-S थे and the case could not have been heard, it had to be heard by the Constitution. Now may I refer to certain portions of the judgment from my lord Mr. Justice Muhammad Ali Mazhar, which is a concurrent note, it says. Lord, page 404, with your lordship's kind permission, without prejudice, which says. Jurisdiction. May I just refer to my lord had itself taken notice that there were petitions pending challenging. I just want to point out from para 7 of your lordship's file for the report. No doubt various constitutional petitions have been filed in this court for challenging the Constitution's 26th Amendment Act, and the Constitutional Bench has also issued notice to the other side, including Attorney General for Pakistan under Order 27A of Code of Civil Procedure. Without prejudice to the pleas raised in such pending constitutional petitions and without making any remarks on issue of maintainability or constitutionality of constitutional amendments, whether they offend or transgress the basic feature, scheme or basic structure of the Constitution, including the newly inserted Article 191, these matters are already sub judice before the Constitutional Bench of this court. Notice have been issued on all such matters, including applications moved for formation of full court, and live streaming of proceedings will be decided on their own merits. However, in the intervening time, neither can one ignore the ground reality or nor turn a blind eye or a deaf ear to present amendments made to the Constitution, which is a hard fact with its physical existence that is as clear and open as page of book, and will remain in the field unless and until they are either withdrawn, omitted by the Parliament through further amendments, or struck down by this court as prayed for in the pending petitions. For all intents and purposes, this additional note may be read as the context of the present controversy. However, until the final adjudication of the aforesaid pending, we cannot shut our eyes and ignore a ground reality that not only in the constitutional bench of this court being assembled regularly under the current framework of the Constitution, but cases are also being fixed and heard regularly. The present proceedings are confined solely to question of alleged violators of subsection 2 of section 221 of the Customs Act inserted through Finance. They are neither constitutional bench, the text must decide the invalidity of the amendments made by the Constitution.
क्या relevant पे आ जाए?
Yeah, para 8, sir, by paragraph 8. Ye phir again, how the cases were fixed. A case involving interpretation constitutional provision by this court post Supreme Court Practice and Procedure Act. Para 8. Prior to the promulgation of Supreme Court Practice and Procedure Act 20, the Chief Justice was the master. However, by virtue of the provision and stipulated in the Practice and Procedure Act, a collegium system was introduced whereby every cause, appeal, or matter before the Supreme Court was to be heard and disposed of by a bench constituted by a committee comprising the Chief Justice of Pakistan, the two next most senior judges in order of seniority. Before this amendment, for all intents and purposes, the sole regulating the roster and constitution of benches was assigned to this committee, which would take decision by majority vote. Although Section 4 was omitted through Act, it was significant during its lifetime. The original text practice provides that in the cases involving the interpretation and constitutional provision, committee shall constitute a bench comprising not less than 5 judges of the sub. Being mindful of this provision, wherever any question regarding the interpretation constitutional provision arose in a case, the judges of this court unremittingly referred the matter along with their opinions to the committee for constitutional bench comprising not less than 5 judges. However, under no circumstance did the bench seized of matter ever constitute a larger bench by its own judicial order rather than referring the matter to the committee for consideration of further orders. It is also a matter recorded that upon reference by the court, the learned committee constitutes several 5-member benches to hear such matters, my lord. Then Article 191A. What is the scheme under the new system, my lord? It is well known that Para 9, that a new Article 191A has been inserted into the Constitution through the constitutional amendment dated, thus those are 24, which pertains to the constitutional benches. Then the text of article. Then paragraph 10, my lord. According to the present substratum Article 191A, the original jurisdiction of Supreme Court under Article 184, its appellate jurisdiction under Clause 3 of Article 1, where a judgment or order of a High Court passed under Article 9 involves the constitutionality of any law, substantial question of law as to the interpretation of Constitution, and its advisory jurisdiction under Article can only be exercised by a constitutional bench of this court. In all fairness, my view, there is no room for difference of opinion. Any exercise of this jurisdiction outside the constitutional bench would be quorum non-juris, matter I will discuss in the later part. Is there any ambiguity in the plain text of the present article that requires further intervention? It is general principle that courts should avoid an interpretation not envisioned by the framer. It would not limit or restrict the provisions. Then my lord deals with the issue of how the interpretation, parentheses C and D, are relevant. And my lord refers to a judgment in paragraph 12, in which 4 of your lordships were also member of that bench, and my lords agreed with the note of Mr. Justice Mansoor Ali Shah in that judgment, PLD 2024 Supreme Court 1028. The judgment was also authored by the Honorable Chief Justice, and then the additional note was by Justice Mansoor Ali Shah, and 4 of your learned judges agreed with the note of Mr. Justice Mansoor Ali Shah. In Hamza Rashid Khan Election Appellate Tribunal, PLD 2024 Supreme Court 1028, in which Samiullah Baloch's case was overruled, sir, by your lordship, sir. Where there was a lifetime ban on people to contest that. That is the case of Hamza Rashid. Now, my lord, your lordship, Mr. Justice Mazhar, has quoted Para 9 in this at page 408. It says 5 other members concurred with the 5 other members of the bench, including the
relevant portion अगर आपके मतलब का कोई
सर इसमें पैरा 14 है सर,
तो वो बता दीजिए ना।
ये इंटरप्रिटेशन का आपने डील किया, पैरा 14 द टर्म ज्यूरिसडिक्शन सर।
जी हाँ, ये
पैरा 14 सर जी,
का जो है,
क्योंकि यहाँ आप डील कर रहे हैं ज्यूरिसडिक्शनल रेगुलर बेंच एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बेंचेस जी। ये आपने कोट किया सर इसमें 175, नो कोर्ट shall have any jurisdiction save as or may be conferred on it by constitution or by under any law. Well, the term jurisdiction is in legal parlance refers to the authority conferred upon the courts by law and the constitutional adjudicate matters between parties. The jurisdiction of every court is delineated and established to ensure adherence to law and the issuance of legal orders. Transgressing, exceeding the boundaries of its jurisdiction and authority annuls, invalidates the judgment's order. It is clear from the orders passed by this court, dated 6/5/20, which is reflects that seized of a case, observed that the question involved was whether the impugned amendment ultravies to the Constitution. And then, my lord, I will take your lordship, para 15 deals with the judgment where it says what is the meaning of judicial overreach, and para 16, sir, of the opinion of Mr. Justice Mansoor Ali Shah in Hamza Rashid. Any court, including this court, cannot by judicial order confer jurisdiction on itself or any other court, tribunal, or authority. The power to confer jurisdiction is legislative in character only the legislature possess. No court can create or enlarge its own jurisdiction or any other court's jurisdiction, nor any court has any inherent or plenary jurisdiction. Because of the constitutional command, Article 175(2) of the Constitution, the courts in Pakistan do not possess any inherent jurisdiction on the basis of some principles of common law, equity or good conscience. Only have the jurisdiction which is conferred on them by the Constitution or under any law. The same is put with the claim of plenary jurisdiction in favor of a court. No court has plenary, unlimited or indefinite jurisdiction. Some courts may be called the courts general because of the general terms used. My Lord, then my Lord had dealt in para 17 against re-emphasizing the challenge of 26th Amendment is pending before your Lordship, sir, and we don't want to wish to say anything to avoid prejudicing such pending cases. Kindly see, then para 17 की line
آپ
4.
اس کیس پہ کیوں ریلائی کریں؟
سر میں اس
آپ
کو
کا کون سا پوائنٹ ایڈوانس؟
جی میں ایڈوانس یہ کر رہا ہوں کہ یہاں جو ساری باتیں ہو رہی ہیں وہ بینچز کے بارے میں ہو رہی ہیں کہ آپ نے کہا کہ ڈیلینیٹ ہو گئی ہے بٹوین ڈفرنٹ بینچز.
We've noted that point down.
So that's why this, because the judgment of this court dealing with this 191, and I was asked a observation of the court कि post 26th amendment, though it is under challenge, what is the scope of the committee's role and who can now, if a court form the en banc full court after that. I'm saying all the judgments which have been given here only deals with the concept of formation of benches. وہی میں نے کل ایکٹ آپ کو پڑھ کے بتایا تھا مائی لارڈ کہ 2A کی کمیٹی اور سیکشن 2 کی کمیٹی جو ہے اور ایون دا رولز وہ سب بات کرتے ہیں فارمیشن آف بینچز. این بینک
میرے خیال میں اگر آتھر جج صاحب سے پوچھا جائے زیادہ ان کے انٹینشن بھی ہوگا بتا دیں گے کہ واٹ واز دی انٹینشن ان رائٹنگ دس ججمنٹ.
جو ہے آپ کی اب جو ہے جو واٹ از یور پریئر
جی فل کورٹ کی میری پریئر ہے سر.
آپ کہتے ہیں کہ دیر شوڈ بی اے جوڈیشل آرڈر.
یس مائی لارڈ. اس کے لیے میں
asking or creating a full court
جی
by this bench. تو ابھی آپ نے پڑھا we cannot confer jurisdiction upon any judge who has no jurisdiction under the constitution.
نہیں میرا ہمبل سبمیشن یہی تھا کہ ساروں کی jurisdictions intact under article 184, 185, 186. Judicial power تو ہے وہ میں آپ کو دکھاؤں گا 73 constitution میں every judge has the power, constitutional power. وہ benches کے اندر جب constitutional bench بن گئی under article 191A3 اس کے اندر jurisdiction has been confined on these three issues, on the three articles to a constitutional bench. And my humble submission before your lordship is that does not bind the judges sitting in full court when they
اسی پوائنٹ پر پھر
جی یہی میرا
یہ پوائنٹ تو اس سے نہیں جو ابھی تک آپ نے آرگومنٹ کیے اس سے پوائنٹ نہیں میچور ہوتا آپ کا. یا
سر آپ میں یہ کر رہا ہوں میرا جو ہمبل سبمیشن ہے کہ آپ لوگ بینچز بنا سکتے ہیں مائی لارڈ. ٹھیک سر آپ لوگ بینچز بنا سکتے ہیں جی لیکن آپ مائی لارڈ جتنی آج تک پہلے بھی پاور جو تھی اگر آپ پچھلے اس میں چلے جائیں آنریبل چیف جسٹس واز ریگارڈنگ ایز دا ماسٹر آف دا روسٹر. کوئی جب فل کورٹ کے اندر کوئی چیز کرنے کی ہوتی تھی وہ کئی کیسز میں نے جو آپ کے سامنے سائٹ کیے 89 ایسے مختلف کیسز اس کے اندر چیف جسٹس کو ڈائریکٹ کیا گیا.
وہ تو ایکسیپشنل کیس ہے
نہیں دیکھیے یہ بھی ایکسیپشنل کیس ہے سر. یہ کیس ہے دی انٹرپریٹیشن آف دی
صاحب ایٹ دیٹ ٹائم دیر واز نو 191A.
ٹھیک ہے سر.
Repeatedly from the day one this is the argument of all learned counsel and the bench is repeatedly asking the same question.
جی
آپ کے آرگیومنٹ بھی وہی ہیں جواب بھی یہاں سے یہی آ رہا ہے اور سوالات بھی سیم ہی ہیں پہلے دن سے.
جی
اب اس وقت کے جو ججمنٹ تھے اس وقت 191A تو نہیں تھا نا.
ٹھیک ہے سر.
اب آپ نے یہ میرا نوٹ پڑھا اس نوٹ کے اندر خود کورم نان جوڈیس جورسڈکشن اور جوڈیشل ایکٹیویزم ٹرانسگریشن آف دی جورسڈکشن ایوری تھنگ از مینشن دو اٹ از وداؤٹ پریجوڈیس ٹو دی مین کیس آف 26 امینڈمنٹ. اب آج کے دن یہ جو کانسٹیٹیوشنل بینچ ہے یہ 191A کے تحت بنی ہوئی ہے. مانا کہ آپ کہہ رہے ہیں کہ جی ہمیں بینچیں بنانے کا پاور ہے بینچز بنانے کا سب کمیٹی جو اس کی 2 کمیٹی جو ہے 2A کے تحت جو بنی.
جی سر.
اب ہمارے پاس جو 191A کے تحت جوڈیشل کمیشن سے کانسٹیٹیوشنل کورٹ کے جج صاحبان کو نامنیٹ کر دیا گیا.
بالکل سر.
تو ایک الگ بوکے بن گیا. ایک جو ریگولر بینچ ہے ایک یہ آپ کی کانسٹیٹیوشنل بینچ ہے اس کے سارے جج آ گئے. اب ان ججز میں سے یہ تو ممکن ہے کہ اکارڈنگ ٹو دی کمیٹی اور جو ڈیسیشن آف دی کمیٹی ہم وائسی ورثہ ممبر بھی کر سکتے ہیں. ہم زیادہ بینچز بھی بنا سکتے ہیں. 2 بینچیں بنا دیں 3 بینچیں بنا دیں. تو یہ بینچز تو ہم بنا سکتے ہیں مگر کیا اس کے اندر رہتے ہوئے you want us to pass judicial order for full court تو whether this is vested in our jurisdiction ہم 191A کے تحت یہ آرڈر کر دیں کہ آپ فل کوڈ بنا دیں. اس کا مطلب یہ ہو گیا کہ ہم کانسٹیٹیوشنل بینچ میں رہتے ہوئے کانسٹیٹیوشنل بینچ کو انکریز کر رہے ہیں.
نہیں سر مائی
ہمارا یہ اپنا ایک ٹینٹیٹیولی جو آپ کے سامنے کوشچن کہ وی آر لمیٹڈ, وی آر باؤنڈ بائی آرٹیکل 191. ہماری جو ایک اسٹرینتھ ہے وہ بنا دی گئی ہے جوڈیشل کمیشن سے. ہم اس سے نکلتے ہیں تو اس کا مطلب یہ ہے کہ ہم دوسرے لوگوں کو انوائٹ کر رہے ہیں کہ آپ کانسٹیٹیوشن بینچ کا حصہ بن کے یہ کیس سنیے. یہ ایشو آ رہا ہے اس کے اندر. تو فل کوڈ بنانا نہ بنانا پہلے زمانے کی بات اور تھی. فرض کیجئے کہ 191A نہ ہوتا, ٹھیک ہے, چیف جسٹس ماسٹر آف روسٹر بھی ختم ہو جاتے اور آرٹیکل سیکشن 2 کے تحت جو پریکٹس اینڈ پروسیجر کی کمیٹی بنی ہے اس کے تحت معاملہ ہوتا, 191A نہیں ہوتا. آپ کی بات صحیح ہے, اس وقت بھی وہ 3 ممبران یعنی ایک چیف جسٹس اور 2 ممبر اس کمیٹی کے وہ بالکل فولڈ کو بنا سکتے تھے, ان کے اوپر اختیار تھا وہ بنا لیں. مگر آپ ہم سے جو چیز یہ چاہ رہے ہیں, ہمارے پہلے دن سے آپ سے یہی سوال ہے, اور آپ نے جتنے ججمنٹ سائٹ کیے, کچھ ججمنٹ میں فل کوڈ بنانے کے لیے بھیجا گیا, کچھ ججمنٹ میں کہا کہ بنا دو, یہ بھی آپ نے سائٹ کیے ہیں, وی ایگری ٹو دیٹ. مگر اس وقت 191 میں رہتے ہوئے یہ کام آپ اگر کہتے ہیں کہ یہ کانسٹیٹیوشنل بینچ کرے تو ول اٹ ناٹ بیانڈ دی اسکوپ آف آرٹیکل 175, بیکاز ہمارا جورسڈکشن جو ہے اکارڈنگ ٹو دی کانسٹیٹیوشن یہ لمیٹڈ ہے. ہم آپ کا 26 امینڈمنٹ کا پورا کیس سن سکتے ہیں, اگر ضرورت پڑی تو ہم پورے ممبر بھی بٹھا سکتے ہیں کانسٹیٹیوشنل بینچ کے, اگر کمیٹی یہ سوچتی ہے کہ ساروں کو بٹھا لیں آپ. مگر آپ جو کہہ رہے ہیں فل کوڈ بناؤ, اس میں بھی یہ ڈائیورسٹی ہے آرگیومنٹ کی. آپ کہتے ہیں کہ نہیں جو پہلے والے تھے وہ بیٹھیں گے اور یہ نہیں بیٹھیں گے,
16 ممبر
بیٹھے 24 نہ بیٹھیں.
میں ہمبل پروپوزیشن
دس از دی ڈیفیکلٹی نا, تھوڑا از ڈیفیکلٹی
ایز پر 176. دیکھیے